Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, bringing you the GEG 2026 Dota 2 tournament. It's South Africa up against Mongolia. MSSA have sent quite a strong team across. It's time to see what they're going to be bringing to the mix. The draft is in. We've got South Africa locking on to Warlock. Centaur, Hoodwink, Gyrocopter, Storm Spirit, and well, South Africa is on the Radiant side. It's ski with that Centaur, so we can expect those Stampede plays to come through. And interestingly enough, Mongolia decided to lock on to Monkey King at a start, but I just need to check the sound.
There is nothing that can stop this. There is nothing that can stop this man.
But the match is about to
Starting to feel a bit nutty. Caught you in your stubbies, did we?
And well, as per usual, we should expect to see some battles here around the ruins. Smoke play coming through from SA very early, so they're going to be looking for that first blood around the ruin. They've got themselves set up on the high ground. And we'll be hoping to maybe potentially get that first blood in here. They've got the full team making their movement across, but it looks like both teams just made that play across either side of the river just to
30 seconds to battle.
secure as many of those as possibly can.
Another name in my
Nice wards being
grimoire.
placed in here from the side of Mongolia. So they just want to get control of this region. They've also smoked up. They've got the Shadow Shaman leading the charge. So I'm assuming these guys have the shackles up and running and ready. Both teams really trying to search for this first blood. They're going to make that movement on, I think, towards Storm Spirit. That'll be here in the mid lane. Now the play is coming through. The ruins are up as Hoodwink manages to get that for SA quite quickly. And so no harm, no foul so far in terms of the early part of the game. But it's going to be a very interesting battle here in the same plane. Oh, look at the damage coming out from Gyrocopter. This should be first blood. I don't see Shadow Shaman walk in this off here, and that's going first blood going the way of SA. So Gyro just getting a little bit of gold boost for himself. We know what a monster he is come late game. The battle now between it's with Storm Spirit and Razor is going to be an interesting one. Storm Spirit will have that high mobility to try to escape a lot of the damage output here. As we're just watching a nice free pull happen from Shadow Shaman just to gain a little bit of control in the lane. So let me just try to set this into a more camera usage here as the two supports are going after one another, and that is going to be a dead career with the creep pull as well. But Warlock dishing out the damage here onto Shadow Shaman, who will be happy with what he's managed to achieve, so he's not going to be too bothered. He's got wave full, so he's going to reset that equilibrium once more in this the gold lane. It's a real battle going on, but as things stand, there is a evenish sort of gold between the two teams as things stand at this moment in time. So Tide Hunter trying to get the poke damage here onto a Warlock, who's gonna heal back up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Storm managed to secure the nice contest, manages to get that into the bottle here between him and Razor. So in the early part of the game, it's going to be fairly even. Both heroes are going to be trying to get that ultimate power, and so far it's it's Storm allowing himself to get that opportunity to last hit. A nice wave equilibrium from well. It's just need to manage the wave, pull the aggro towards itself underneath the turret. And like I said, it's just about managing that the wave and denying as much farm as he possibly can from Razor. Once this against that level 6 power spike, it's going to be quite a dangerous affair. Meanwhile, in the off lane, Centaur taking a bit of poke damage in here. Centaur not opting to go for the boots, right? Because we know once he gets the Stampede up and running, the boots becomes unnecessary. He's going to try to engage with that. But
There is nothing that can stop this man.
with Jakiro so close by, Jakiro is with those fire breath, he's going to have quite a bit of slow.
I could have been invisible. Stubbies, did we?
Monkey just trying to build some stacks if he possibly can. They're trying to pull the wave, maybe get the neutral camps stacked in here. But the wave equilibrium has reset itself, so Monkey King, he's got himself in a pretty decent position going for those. Yeah, that's the slow we were talking about. Manages to pull 2 stacks, make that 3. Is he going to go in for the jump? But a beautiful stun comes out from Hoodwink. He does have it available. Is he going to go for the slam? Will this be a killing response? Yes, it is. And that's going to be a pickup here to Mongolia here in the offlane. Meanwhile, this bot lane battle is going crazy as Gyrocopter gets into the mix. The stun comes out. The shackle was in there, but there was the Hex almost keeping Shadow Shaman by your Silent Kite his way around there. But it's going to be a quick fire double kill. And so far, things looking very, very good here for Team SA with the Gyrocopter just I mean, he's already picked up the Falcon Blade this early on in the game, and so he's going to be building towards this stage out of it. Lovely stacking of the neutral camp in here. Once more Tide Hunter into the mix. Wants to try to contest for this, but the stun comes through. Will we see the follow-up? Gyrocopter with the damage with Monkey. He's made the rotation across. Now he's going to go in. He's managed to get a couple of stacks in as Warlock pops those links. They're trying to share the damage, but the control from Monkey as he's going to regen everything. Warlock trying to kite his way around here, but he's going to take too much damage. Monkey underneath the turret wants to continue with this. The Fairy Fire has been popped, but it's not enough to save for Warlock. So quick rotations in response here from the side of Team Mongolia. So it's just the boots being completed here by Razor. As Storm, he's moved out of the bottle as well. He's doing a little bit better in terms of finishing farms. But this Gyrocopter, I mean, took a death in there. He's back into the mix. Shadow Shaman. He's now making his movement across. He's got a ward with him, and let's see if he's going to be going for a more of an aggressive play with the ward. He would have been scouted out as Stormspotter did ward up that mid lane region, so he knows when the play is going to be coming through from that Shadow Shaman. Especially to deal with the Storm. He's going to have to try to go for Blink Dagger, maybe a little bit early, but there's a tether onto Storm. Does not use that Lightning Ball to escape. Gets taken down underneath the mid lane turret. So beautiful rotation coming across from Jakiro just to make sure that they had the wraparound play in the mix. Now they're going to be making a movement across towards the top lane because Centaur Gyro, they wait for the TP play here on top. They do sense that Shadow Shaman was making his movement across as well. And so it's time to hightail it. It's going to be a chase going on here. They do manage to catch on Centaur, but he's a tanky one. He's going to pop that Stampede. Oh, they're going in. There's a turnaround. It's going to be the next onto 2. Will Team SA be able to do something? As Hoodwink gets the stun in here. Monkey being chased down. Gyrocopter skills on cooldown here. He's going to be waiting to land that message coming through, and he does. It's that full rocket barrage, and with this, they should secure the first tier 1 turret of the game. Meanwhile, mid lane pressured in here by Razor, who could potentially be in. Okay, well, let's see what Razor is building himself towards. He's already picked up the arcane boots. So the mana regen issues that he was having a bit earlier
Radiant's middle tower
been
is under
sorted
attack.
out, because with this ward that SA had just outside the Roshan pit, it was making it very difficult for Razor to actually secure those ruins that he needs just for that bit of regen. Now we're watching the rotation from Jakiro, but they're gonna get spotted out by the ward
Dire's
there.
middle tower is
So
under
SA know where they are. It's a lovely sentry coming through in the mid lane, so everything is going to be more or less safe. Now with a bit of a lane swap, center onto Tide Hunter. With that's a battle that's going to be more or less even for the most part. Jakiro does spot out Warlock with aggressive warding. We'll be able to de-ward. The shackles now come through onto Centaur, who pops the fairy fire. He's still got the magic wand and about 8 stacks on it, so he should be safe for the most part. As his team is making quick TP rotations across to try and help. There's going to be the Ravage coming through as a Stampede is being used by the Centaur a bit more defensively. Warlock, he's in a lot of danger. Monkey King into the back line here. And nothing going. That's both of the SA team members being taken down here with the shackles being cast just to say well onto Warlock's Olga. Meanwhile, Hoodwink taking the opportunity to eat quite a bit of a decent amount of health here in the mid lane. But the TP coming through from Razor as Mongolia did secure those kills on the bot lane. So as things stand, the matchup here is fairly even. If we're just taking a look at the gold lead, right?
Radiant's bottom tower
We're just watching Mongolia with those extra kills in the bot lane just pick up a slight gold lead in their advantage, and so they've evened out the map here by trading of turrets in the top and bot lane. Would that lane swap have been the ideal thing? I suppose it was Centaur wasn't having the nicest of times up against the Monkey King here, who is quite strong in terms of 1v1 laning ability. Because Monkey King, right, I mean, once he builds that passive of his, and he just dishes out so much of damage and sustain that it's very, very, very difficult to... Okay, oh sorry. If the in-game sound is loud, let me just sort out that in-game sound for you. Been caught on Canada. South Africa have the damage. It's going to be the lightning ball coming through from the Storm Spirit as they secure that kill.
My eternal gratitude.
This should help. We'll just drop the in-game volume a little bit. So SA's mid lane turret almost being taken out completely. It's just Hoodwink left alive here to defend. Now the TPs are coming in from South Africa. There's the links coming through from the Warlock. The setup is on here. Gyrocopter with that quickly positioning. He's trying to focus it on all the pullback coming in from the Storm on point. They're going to be chasing down Shadow Shaman. Beautiful rotation coming through. As you can see, Bucky, he pops that Wukong's command into the Ravage. The combination play from the side of Mongolia on point. The call down was there from Gyrocopter. He repositioned himself. That Dragon Lance coming into play at this moment in time, as he's just that little bit of extra range allowed him to fight from outside the Wukong's command. Team SA with a turnaround here, and this is going to put the gold lead heavily in their favor. Yeah, as you can see, the gold lead swung quite dramatically in the favor of Team SA. Meanwhile, there's a mid lane skirmish once more. It's going to be the shackles onto Shadow Shaman, and he did pop the Serpent Ward, but I mean, somehow, some way, a Warlock with that extra healing ability of his just survived this. Can SA take this mid lane turret? Monkey? The Monkey King is gonna try to defend us. They pop the glyph, so they should be able to survive this next wave. As Monkey, just disguised as a courier, comes in to launch the defense. So they don't want to lose this mid lane turret, Mongolia. As we know, this is just gonna open up the map in a crazy way for Team SA to start making much more aggressive plays. But they're gonna be happy with the start at this moment in time. Neither team is ready for that Roshan just yet. But we're heading to that moment in time where it's going to be quite a prior. Ooh, look at the stack that was in here. Jakiro just came in at just the right time to interrupt our Centaur. But Centaur again, he went for the double braces, right? And into the Vanguard. So I'm thinking he's maybe good. I wonder if this is one of those few games where you'd be saying, okay, maybe it's potentially okay to buy boots, but on Centaur you generally don't want to because of the Stampede, right? It's almost it appears to be almost like a wasted item. As there's the wraparound play coming in here. Nice bit of dewarding here in the mid lane from the SA supports. But this, when it comes to the latter stages of the game, this Wukong's command into the Ravage gameplay could be a bit of a game changer for the side of Mongolia. Team SA, they're gonna have to bait those skills out. But as we saw, Gyrocopter, he's building into just exactly what he needs, right? Because he's going to have the ability to push himself back out of the range of that combination, because he's going to be the hard carrier. Nicely done by Team SA as they secure the mid lane with the Storm Spirit going into the Lightning Bolt. But Monkey, he's one of the highest, if not the highest, mobility heroes in the game. He sensed that that Lightning Ball was coming through anytime and got back to a bit of safety. So Storm, he's popped that Arcane Ruin. Oh, he zips in here. He manages to pick up the Monkey. Can he get this done? He has to zip back in again. Once more, it's going to be the stacks being built. But oh, he does get the pickoff. This is the power of that Storm Spirit. He's just so quick when it comes to these engagements, right? Just to be able to get in and out double quick time. So now he's into the back line. He's trying to get the pickoff onto Shadow Shaman. It's 1, it's 2. Can they follow this up onto Tide Under? The drag back is in there, and it's Team SA. Soup on a mega kill. Now the push is on. They should be able to secure a tier 2 turret with this. The fatal links from Warlock just melting through the minion wave as they realize, I think, that Razor is coming in for a bit of a protection. Oh, but there's the Storm Spirit once more, zapping into the backline. Wukong's command has been committed, but Storm has to be careful. He's a little bit low on mana, but Gyrocopter once more, the repositionings, but he gets stunned up. Oh, beautiful ice field coming through from Jakiro as they're trying to lock onto Storm. Soup doing the most, the TP out just in time. So, it was a 2-for-1 exchange overall. Team SA would feel a bit happy with that. The chase is in here as Monkey trying to get that pickoff. Does not even the illusions enough to save the Storm Spirit at that moment in time. So Team SA doing quite a decent job at this moment, and they will feel the happier of the two sides at this moment in time. As we're just scouting around the map, as the ruins should be up. They're just pinging around here around the Roshan, but they're a bit worried with that particular engage where the there was an opportunity to for the side of Mongolia to go for the Roshan. We are hitting the 17-minute mark at this stage. When it comes to the itemization, Blink Dagger has been picked up by
Radiant's top
Centaur.
tower is under attack.
Storm, ooh. He's got the Kaya and Sanj already up and running, so this is going to be quite a scary Storm Spirit at this mid-game stage in the matchup.
Over here now.
Observer Ward in the mid lane from the side of Mongolia is, Sentry Ward for the side of Mongolia is strategically placed. The rotation is coming across here. We do see that Monkey and Shadow Shaman made the TP wraparound play. They're trying to head in towards where Gyrocopter is. Will they be able to get the pick off onto him? The Hex comes through, the Shackles, the Wukong's command. Now the follow-up from Team SA, but the Ravage is so close by as Tidehunter is trying to get himself into the mix, but Gyrocopter pops that BKB. Beautiful timing on the BKB from him and manages to escape, but that's going to be no big BKB for the next minute and a half as the chase is on here. Tidehunter trying to cut the lane as it's going to be the Blade Mail comes out, but too much damage here from Team SA as they get two pickoffs here in the mid lane. Are they going to go for Roshan or are they going to go for the defense here? There's no Ravage, there's no Wukong's command. The Serpent Ward, oh my goodness, walking onto the high ground. Storm Spirit just walked straight into that full-on combination. And with this, we should expect Mongolia to be able to play some pressure here towards the mid lane. Are they going to go for it? Lovely stun coming through from Hoodwink, but there's going to be the Gyrocopter. Pops out that rocket barrage, but it's not enough to deal with this Tidehunter. He's a tanky boy. He's already got Pipe of Insight as well, because he knows that he needs to sustain through quite a bit. Vladimir's offering being built as well, so he's going to have that extra bit of sustain. Nice smoke coming through from Team SA. They're on the hunt here, but Monkey, he's going to be scouting things out. Would have told his team that something is on the way. Jakiro. Oh, there's going to be the walk coming in here, dancing around as the Hex does come out onto Storm Spirit, but it's going to be the Fatal Links that's licking everybody up as Team SA pick up 3. What a blow up here as they manage to secure they're picking up the kills, right? We're going to slowly start seeing this translate into a greater degree of map control, but as things stand, they're going to be the much happier of the two teams. You can see this gold lead being built up here. It's built up from that 1k deficit that they were into about a 5k gold lead to their advantage. So Team SA, they're just controlling the map here on the top lane side. Just pressure upon pressure being piled in at this moment in time. Lane push coming through here. Warlock decided to TP out from there. Doesn't want to go toe to toe with the Razor at any given point in time. Centaur in the front line here is going for some magic defense just to be able to sustain a little bit more in the front line in those team fights. But the way SA is moving across the map right now, they have been warding in just about the right places. Once more, they're going for the smoke play, and it's going to be the smoke play into the Mongolia's jungle because they sense there's an opportunity for something to happen. It's going to be the two observer wards are quite next to each other. They're going in for the play. There's the zip it. They've got the pick off that they were looking for and onto the target that they were looking for. It was a Monkey King. Now the observer ward has been taken down, and so now Team SA in the driving seat right now. 5k gold lead to them. Storm, in terms of his the decision to actually for his build path, right, going a lot more defensive, right, deciding that the damage output from the side of Mongolia can be scary, even though they are in sort of a snowball-ish position, Team SA at this moment in time. making the plays once more towards the top lane. They spot out Tidehunter as it's going to be the stop coming through from Minotaur. The fallback with the fall down from Gyrocopter. But there's the Ravage into Wukong's command. Razor into the backline there, but there's the BKBs coming out from everybody as Team SA just pick off the Tidehunter and just disengage. TP's all going towards the bot lane right now as they want to try to re-establish some control here in the bot lane side. The warding from the Team SA has been on point from both Warlock and Hoodwink. So SA, they're going for the Roshan play now. The Observer Ward has been taken down, so that would have been a small signal, but they know there's no Ravage, there's no Wukong's command. It's still another 9 seconds before Tidehunter is up and running. I think it's going to be the Storm Spirit engaging here as they're trying to get onto Jakiro before he could turn around. There's a lightning ball into the backline as he manages to get the Shadow Shaman. So now it's going to be an absolutely difficult contest. Will Mongolia really try to go in for the snipe? Tidehunter is back here. It's still another 70 seconds to go for that Ravage, but it's still on cooldown, so they're not going to have that big skill. We're just going to take a look to see who's going to try to steal this. There's going to be the Monkey King. Oh, he tries to go in for the snipe. Who gets the Aegis? It's going to be the Gyrocopter picking up the Aegis off, and Ward is into the backline there with the Shackles. Aegis has been popped. So Gyrocopter, they're going to wait for him to have that second life. He doesn't have the BKB. He's going to get slowed down. Will Team SA try to go in once more? They know they have got this opportunity. The Hex comes through here. Shadow Shaman escaping for the most part. But should be taken down here as Team SA. Did lose the Aegis, but Aegis for 3, I think they would be happy. With the cooldowns the way they are, apart from Shadow Shaman, right? The glyphs coming out here because this was a potential for South Africa to maybe try and go in the first set of rounds. Center just tanking through the sub tier 2 turret as they push in here. South Africa, they're on the hunt for us. They were looking for, let's just take a look at BKB timings back up and running for Gyrocopter. So this is going to be a definite push from Team SA. They want to try to get the racks. The glyphs come through once more, and Team SA decides to disengage as the big boy Tidehunter is back up and running into the mix. And by now his Ravage should be on cooldown, as we can see. The Monkey King gets the stun off only onto a Warlock, and will be able to secure that kill. However, Storm Spirit back up to safety. So as things stand now, 10k gold lead in the favor of Team SA. They're gonna need one more of these big fights to happen, and then from there you'll be able to get that maybe the first set of racks. Smoke play coming through from the side of Mongolia. The chase is on. There's the Hex into the Serpent, the Mass Serpents here as they lock down completely the Storm Spirit. I mean, the moment you saw Storm Spirit being picked up by Team SA, you knew the Shadow Shaman was on his way just to be able to deal with that. He's got so many disables. So a nice pickup coming through from Mongolia as they but still they're a little bit on the back foot here. Need to ward, I think, a little bit more in the passive manner. Now the engagement here onto Razor. The stomp comes through. Stampede has been committed. Like I said, it's the defensive wards and maybe playing a little bit more defensively might be the option to go for, because the moment you overextend or try to play a little bit aggressively, you're just going to get caught out. Oh, there's the stun, there's the lockdown, and it's going to be another quick 3 kills for the side of Team SA. Meanwhile, we are watching the team decide to make their movement play across the bot lane here. It's only going to be Tidehunter. left around to try to defend this as Gyrocopter just clearing wave once with the pressure in here. Storm Spirit goes in with a dash, manages to get the pull onto 2. The call down slightly off the mark as BKB has been popped, so that's quite big for the side of Team SA. So they know there's no BKB on the Monkey King. Can be a little bit more aggressive. Will they try to push in for the racks here? They need the waves to come through at this moment in time. Okay, looks like they're going for a little bit more defensive, or just maybe the repositioning here, try to put some pressure onto the top lane. Because no BKB on the Monkey King. I smell opportunity. Smoke did come out, but Razor cancelled his, just realizing that maybe the smoke play might not have been the best. Oh, now the BKB does come out. Gyrocopter pops, and even though the Wukong's command is way too much of damage being dished out by this Gyrocopter. The sustain is in there from the Monkey King. Meanwhile, it's a soup in the backline with this Storm Spirit going ham, but the Ravage catches him, locks him down, and that's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of Team SA. So a carry for carry. And Team SA just slowly but surely putting the squeeze on to Mongolia.
The circle of
In the tail.
Razor once more making the aggressive movements, right? But he's gonna have to, if he's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have to need a bit more like vision in this region. He's walking in here a little bit blindly. Gyro's already built up the Daedalus, has got the almost a full set. Is he going to be going for Mask of Madness? I wonder. Monkey jumping in here. Could be in a bit of potential danger because Team SA are not too far away. But you know, he's got the wards up and running, so he knows that he's safe for the most part. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter with another pick off. And this should be another turret just melted down here. But the chase is on. Until I think now Monkey King is he's safe. Then the bot lane, meanwhile, right? We're just watching Tidehunter and Shadow Shaman just push things in as Team SA once more asserting control here on the top lane. Now the TPs are coming across towards the bot lane. Shadow Shaman and Tidehunter, I don't think they've been spotted out just yet. South Africa decided against going for the TPs towards the bot. I thought they were going to head off in that particular direction.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lovely play here as a movement as Team SA. They want to make that move towards the enemy side of the jungle. The call out has been made. Centaur in the front line just scouting out for everybody. Now the engagement, Monkey King, he did pop that BKB. The call down is going to be in the mix here as now Storm pops the BKB and engages straight onto Shadow Shaman. The chase is on here as Storm just zapping around. Tidehunter pops the Ravage as Razor with the Blade Mail is going to try to out-damage the Gyrocopter, but Storm is close by as Team SA are going to try to disengage the teleport from Gyro just in time. My goodness. So that was a 1-for-nothing exchange in the favor of Mongolia. That was a nice chunk of change going their way as Monkey trying to chase down Hoodwink here, who has the mobility, throws that tree out perfectly. Just a little bit of a block in there. to escape the attentions of this Monkey King. With Storm farming here on the top lane might have been scouted out, but the warding from Team SA, as we said, just super aggressive and in a lovely position. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, Storm has DC'd from the game. It looks like the usual ranking system. Where somebody must DC. Hopefully that gets sorted out, because Storm Soup was having a wonderful game up until this moment in time. Been doing quite a bit. Picked up the Oblivion staff already. The BKB timing was a little bit late, right? Because he went for a few of the other items as well. I was just taking a look at what's in his backpack. Crimson Guard completed. The Pipe of Insight for the Centaur is going to be big. Oh, it looks like we're having some real connection issues in here, as 3 players who have disconnected. Make that 4. Or do we, I'm assuming everything's going to be sorted out in just a moment. So the question now is, how are Team SA going to pile on the pressure that they've already been building, right? Just taking a look at the statistics here, you can see Team SA with a 14k gold lead, 2k XP lead. It's a very high win probability, right? But with that, the big danger comes through with that huge set play potential that Mongolia has, with the Ravage into the Wukong's command. It can turn around, as we've got to see quite a bit, right? Because in the last engagement, even with that massive deficit in terms of gold and XP, Mongolia did manage to come out on top. It's all about the BKB timings there on the monkey. If you can bait out the BKB from him, I think it's going to have to be Storm who's going to have to do that. But Storm right now, the major target is going to be Shadow Shaman, just to be able to continuously do what they needs to do, because Shadow is there, right, to lock down the Storm Spirit, as we know. Because if you're going to give him free reign, he's just going to be supping around on that lightning ball, is melting through everybody.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
So if Shadow can be taken out quickly, give
out of
Storm
the nest as a
Spirit free
baby?
reign. You're gonna have to try to pop that BKB from the Monkey King early, and then if you can get the lock onto him with a Gyrocopter, once he's removed from the equation, it's Team SA should be able to continue with it with this in strong fashion. Killer Pluto, this is online. This is the GEG, South Africa up against Mongolia, and well, we're finally back into the mix. All right, looks like we are some movement here towards the bot lane, as Razor is just farming through in the bot lane. Monkey King just putting quite a bit of building. What is he building towards? He's picked up the Manta style already. He's got the diffusion blades, right, just to try to deal with Storm. And so Storm is going to have to be a bit careful, or at least once he knows that Monkey's built up that diffusion blades. So lovely itemization coming through from him. But the smoke is up from Team SA as they're just trying to scout out this bot lane. hoping to potentially get a pick off in here, but it looks like Mongolia sensed that there was a bit of danger, managed to retreat everybody within the safety of the base. So SA still under the cover of smoke, are on the hunt. They do have those, like, see, on this region, right, they don't have that, the aggressive warding here on the bot lane. On the top, yes, they've got quite a bit of ability to have aggression. You know, they did that just to scout out. Now they're going to rush the Roshan. Do the side of Mongolia realize that SA is going to rush this? Satanic has been picked up by Gyrocopter already, so this is big. He's already got most of his core items here into the mix, and this is going to be a quick free Roshan for the side of Team SA, with Gyro picking up the model. Who took the cheese? Somebody. Oh, it's actually, maybe it was Storm. Maybe it was Storm. Now, at this moment in time, it's all a question of control. As once more, this lag issues here has been a little bit on the rough side towards this stage in the tournament. But let's get to see. So, if we just take in a look around the map right now, as you can see, the warding from SA here on the bot lane, once they've sensed that Mongolia was placing quite a bit of pressure in here, they warded quite defensively on the bot and then aggressively on the top. Observer wards being left alone for the most part, but there's sentry wards being left alone for the most part here, but as you can see, Team SA, they're strategizing to make their movements across and see what they can do, because like with the gold lead that they have, right, you don't want to lose the advantage that you've built up to this particular point in time, because the longer any game goes on, and this is true for literally any MOBA, right, is the game sort of equalizes itself, and it gets to a certain point in time where the gold lead doesn't really matter too much. But in terms of itemization, Storm already picking up that Witch Blade, so this is one of the big items, and especially with the Aegis right now, Team SA, they're going to have to use this Aegis to its maximum capabilities. Now there's going to be pressure being placed here into the mid lane. It's going to be the Centaur just providing a bit of scout out potential, but SA, they're on the hunt. They need to get a couple of pickups and then go for the racks. The question is, are they going to be going for the which lane are they going to decide to try to push in for racks? They have the opportunity to try to get something done. Oh, the TP is coming out here from Warlock, who manages to get to safety. Just went in for a little bit of a defensive place. It's Storm putting pressure here onto the top lane. Will drag the Mongolia towards him. There's the opportunity into the mid lane. It's the Wukong's command coming through as they do manage to get a pick off. No, they did not. Actually, the Team SA just managing to survive that. But there's no Wukong's command. Is Ravage up and running? Yes, Ravage is. As the chase is on, they sense the opportunity to try to get in onto Storm, as it's going to be Monkey scouting everybody out, but he would have been seen there, scouted out as Storm gets to a bit of safety. Warlock is close by, or was close by, just TP'd back to the base. Hoodwink is here just channeling to make a teleport across the map. It was the Centaur that was taken out of the equation. This is the power of having a Monkey King, right? Is that ability to move across the map and provide a certain degree of vision. He's like a moving ward all on his lonesome. And especially with the Tide Hunter, you notice Tide Hunter, Shadow Shaman, they're sticking really close to where their team is, because that's the combination they're going in here. So there's the Rapture, the Ravage coming through here. The control is up as they take down Storm. And that's a 3-for-nothing exchange. The mobility from the side of Mongolia, Team SA finding it difficult to actually deal with this. It's that combination play we were talking about. Even though the gold and XP difference was so massively in favor of Team SA, that combo that they have is on point. If you're looking at the way they're rotating, they're just keeping Shadow Shaman, Tide Hunter, and Monkey King close by. So you've got vision, mobility, control, and this allows Razor to sort of just free farm around the map, which is what's been happening for the most part. Like, if you just take a look at Razor, he's picked up the Satanic already. He's got the Guardian Greaves just to provide that extra bit of sustain. He's a little bit behind in terms of XP in comparison to others, and well, it's just the strategy that Team SA need to figure out what's going on here, or at least how they're going to be dealing with this, their approach at this particular stage. So, there's the engagement here onto Tide Hunter. It's going to be the stop coming through. Stampede is still available. The call down is in there, but the pullback may have saved Tide. Oh, he pops the infos as he's trying to escape, but he's gonna get locked down. And this now is the trigger for Team SA. Without the Ravage being available, Wukong's command, deadly as it is as a skill, is now going to be a little less deadly, because you're not going to have the control to keep everybody trapped in the Wukong's command. Team SA sensing this, that this could be their opportunity to go for the first set of racks here. They still have the Aegis up and running on Gyro, who's pushing here into the front line, but the glyphs are still available for Mongolia. Meanwhile, Razor is in the bot lane, pushing away. The glyphs do come out here from Team SH. They want to protect the minions that they have and the bot lane. But it's Jakiro just melting through everything right now. He's got a lot of spells to control. So far, we haven't seen those high shots. Oh, but as I say that, they managed to get onto Gyrocopter, who's gonna have to recall Storm into the backline. But there's gonna be the shackles onto the very tanky Centaur, who is just eating up all this damage, but they've got him on lock. He will be taken out, and so that's going to be a 2-for-nothing exchange and a solid defense coming through from the side of Mongolia. Team SA just trying to de-ward. Aegis was also popped at the same time, so the game is swinging bit by bit back into the favor of Mongolia. Smoke does come out here from Mongolia, but nothing doing just yet. Team SA are in a very defensive structure right now. They don't want to overcommit to anything, especially without the Centaur being around to tank and get those stuns off to lock down, especially the Monkey King and even Razor as well to a certain degree. As you can see, the gold lead reduced drastically from what it was. It was sitting at around 15k. Now Team SA with the smoke play. Just to be able to safely march through their jungle. We're heading in towards that very late stage of the game, and this is that point in time where we were saying, right, when you had that gold advantage, it mattered greatly. The Ags has been picked up by Tide Hunter. But like I said, it's when it was going to matter. Right now, you've got everyone with more or less complete build. They're just putting those extra items in their backpack. And this is the point in time where Mongolia might have the advantage, as Team SA decide to get the push onto the top.
Where's the body?
Just a set, sort of a slow push going, but they really need to get the pick off here. It's shadow for the side of Mongolia, as that support has been causing so much of problems. This is a very, very, very iffy stage of the game. Yeah, Pluto. It's 40 minutes into the matchup here. It's I'd say it's more or less standard for most ranked games here for teams. But with nowhere, I mean, 40 minutes no racks is crazy. Now the engagement is on as it's dropped into the back. Does pop the BKB. Is engaging onto Jakiro, who did use the Pipe of Insight. And now he's diving in here. Is he going to be able... Oh, he dived in just to get the teleport as Team SA has to disengage. Warlock is being taken down. And that's going to be Shadow Shaman as well. Team SA just having to sacrifice in order to be able to defend. Roshan not up just yet, and so that's the only saving grace for Team SA at this moment in time. Mongolia now making that play across. They've got the bit between their teeth, right? So they know that as things stand, they've got the advantage because of this teamfight competition composition that they've built. Right now. So Roshan's still not around. Just it's going to be a couple of minutes before Roshan is up and running and available. And this time round it's Mongolia. So two of the Roshans already went the way of Team SA. Roshan should be back up and available in the next few seconds. As you can see, the side of Mongolia already getting themselves into position very early. The Jakiro just deciding to go for the extra damage on the Pyro instead of the increased timing on the Ice Path. Knowing maybe that the control is being provided by Shadow Shaman and just wants to get the slows onto the Centaur and I suppose they're looking at the slows as being the better of the options for them right now in terms of crowd control skills. So things are looking a little bit dicey here for Team SA. I mean, the warding, as you can see from Mongolia, ultra aggressive at this moment in time, especially around where Roshan is, but the Roshan is up. Centaur starting it up here as the smoke does come out from Mongolia while trying to get into the mix here, but Team SA, they started the Roshan. They're gonna have to back off though, because they sense that Mongolia was on the hunt. Smoke does come out from Team SA, but do they have the wards on the high ground? No, they don't. So they don't know where the vision is coming through. Monkey, they are going for the wraparound play as they move up the river. Gyro in the front line here. Team SA has got everything ready up and set and available to go for this engagement. They are scouting around this Roshan, but as you can see, Mongolia, Monkey just gave a vision away from where he is, right? So they know more or less where Mongolia are right now. So Mongolia with the high ground. I think Team SA just deciding to go for a mid lane push here onto in the river, just to sort of drag Mongolia out of position. Going across here, they're continuing with this. There's going to be the Monkey who's going to push and disengage. But this is a huge dance between the teams here in terms of trying to establish control around Roshan, because I think this next Roshan is going to be the one that ends, because you'll be able to probably get your racks and just go straight through to the ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tidehunter just trying to be in position for that perfect blink ravage setup. Mongolia being very patient. They're waiting for SA to start the Roshan because they've got the counter engage strategy. They know that Team SA they've got the pick off strat. They need to go in with the Storm Spirit, with the Stampede as both an engage and disengage tool here. SA's got that huge pick-off potential, right? Which we got to see work effectively in the early parts of the game. The fall down does come through here from Gyrocopter. BKBs has been popped as there's the Wukong's command into the Ravage. Full combination, Blade Mail as well. That's going to be a 4-for-nothing exchange. Actually, with the buyback coming out from Hoodwink, Serpent's Mass in there, this should be a uncontested Roshan going the way of Mongolia, and that big combination play from them is just too devastating right now for Team SA to deal with. So it's Monkey who should already made space for the Aegis. It's like, it should be him with the Aegis. Picks up the Aegis, picks up the Cheese Refresher Shot as well. So this could be maybe the Refresher Shot could be nice on a Tidehunter. Will the Tidehunter both Refresher though? That's the question. Because, I mean, he's got his full 6 items. I'd been thinking of picking up a Refresher and just popping it out. There we go. There's a Refresher Shot. We expected it to go on the Tidehunter. That double Ravage is so deadly. Glyphs are available as now pressure being placed here. The glyph has been popped from Team SA and the same time from Mongolia as well, as they're going to try to eat through this and get the first racks of the game. They've got their setup already in position. It's only Ravage that's on cooldown for another minute, but they're just looking for the racks and probably just to keep on placing pressure. This could be a double set of racks here as the Serpent Wards are dishing out the damage. Nice glyph coming in from SA. We just want to try to survive through this here for the most part. And that's going to be a tier 3 turret being taken down. This Monkey King gets used up, stunned in. The lock is on here. The Aegis has been popped. This is Team SA's time to make the turnaround here as they get the lock on in here. Jakiro, popping that ice pot just to allow his team to disengage. But Mongolia would be happy with at least a single set of racks. Only Shadow Shaman that's down for the count here as BKB does come out. Satanic has been popped from Razor as he's just turning around and melting through everybody. Could this be it? It's good. Tidehunter he doesn't have the mana for the Ravage. He has it set there, but there's nothing he can do about it. Razor, however, I think it's not on the target that he wants to. It is Storm that Centaur that has been stunned up. Cheese has been eaten by Razor just to get back to even more health. This is a crazy amount of sustain from him. And, well, as to be expected. There's a DC, but a buyback from the Gyro. So we're just going to have to wait for him to sort of enter into the mix once more. It's another 40 seconds for the BKB, right? Satanic will be up and running for Gyro once we head into the unpause and back into the team fight. But Razor, so difficult to deal with, still has the cheese. And he's got the Healing Lotus in the backpack, Blade Mail as well. Already used the Refresher Orb, or already used the Guardian Greaves. But I mean, the amount of sustain this Razor is going to be dishing out right now, especially with the items there in the backpack, is going to be crazy. Alright, so Gyro has reconnected. He's got his buy back into the mix, but with this, Mongolia is gonna try to, if they can get these two pickups here, it could be a double set of racks and the throne. They're only really gonna have to worry about the defensive capabilities coming through from Gyro, because he's gonna have that massive wave clear, but this is gonna be a very, very difficult defense for them. Because you've got Tidehunter, he just needs some mana. He's got the Ravage up and running. It's another 35 seconds to Wukong's command, so that's going to be set and ready for the push that's probably on its way through. As you can see, a lovely shackle coming through from Shadow Shaman onto the Centaur, and the Serpent Ward also just under 30 seconds or 24 seconds for that to be on cooldown or available once more. And this is a definite angle where Mongolia can have that push coming through, as looks like we're really having some issues by way of connection and disconnection at this moment in time. This is a best of 3, so it's not all lost for Team SA just yet, right? Difficult position to be in right now, because as I said, they've got a lovely pick-off composition. Once it came towards this late stage of the game, it was going to always prove to be a little bit difficult to sustain through all of these fights. So Hoodwink picking up a couple more disabled items here, especially with the Yules and the Scythe. Warlock's got the Ghost Scepter, Force Staff just to try to escape. Guardian Greaves as well is into the mix. As Storm is trying to build even more defensively, right? Because the damage from Razor has just been a bit crazy at this moment in time. Centaur, he's a tanky boy, right? Especially with the Pipe of Insight, allowing him that extra degree of sustainability, and the Lotus Orb as well. But even then, the damage is not quite there to be able to deal with getting out of that combination. I suppose this all comes down to the BKB timing. You're gonna have to wait for it's like the trigger is the Wukong's command. Once the Wukong's commands popped, I think that's the moment in time you're gonna have to BKB, not before that. Alright, so Warlock has connected to the game, and hopefully we can get back to the action. Alright, so now we're into the mix here as Centaur. Oh, nice stamp! As now it's Tidehunter who's disconnected. My word.
I love this part.
Well, I'm sure they're going to be sorting out the technical issues that they're having at this moment in time. Hopefully it gets sorted out soon, because it's making a already long game to a significantly longer one. Though I will say, right, Gyro's KDA 24, 4, and 15 is quite crazy. He's been doing quite well, has escaped a lot of the drama and danger, but been involved in pretty much everything that was happening. So his Gyro's been doing an excellent job. It's just the combination play from Mongolia that's just a little bit too hard to handle. Meanwhile, There's the engagement, the chase down, and they finally take down this tanky Centaur War Chief. Now the pressure is on. Yes, they still have the cliff. There's the call down from Gyro just to clear out the wave. Will Mongolia play aggressively? They will have the Serpent Swords up and running, so they go in for the racks. Razor leading the charge. This is a double set of racks for them. It's all about the bot lane. They want to try and play some pressure in here. Maybe go for the Megas, because once they get the Megas, oh my goodness, then it's going to be so difficult for SA to try to defend this. As Mongolia senses this. Oh, it's Shadow Shaman with the Shackle and the BKB. Wukong's command, Ravage, full combination play. Gyro is taken down. That's going to be a die back for the Gyro as Team SA buy back onto just the Storm, as this could be the option here to go for the throne. They've got Warlock locked into the base. They're fountain farming at this moment in time, and that's going to be GG's as Mongolia draw first blood in this best of 3. Alright, and with that being said, right, we're going to get ourselves up and ready and set for the next match that'll be taking place shortly. This was a back and front game. Could have went either direction, but the moment it got towards the late stages of the game, as we said, the combo play from the Mongolian team, they drafted for it. They knew once they hit towards that 20-minute mark that the game was going to start swinging in their favor. Team SA, I mean, they fought hard. Solid performance from the team, right? But let's see what they can do in the second matchup. Right? While we're saying that, we're just gonna have the pause screen up and running for just a little bit, right? And we will see all of you shortly. We'll be back in just a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're
10 seconds remaining.
into the matchup here. This time round, we're getting to see the actual the batting phase, right? Because the last time round, we had some. It wasn't only the game that was DC. We also had some technical issues as well. And so you can see the first ban coming through from the team of SA. They get rid of the Razor. They got rid of the Tree and Protector. And some respect bans coming through into the mix here for the side of Mongolia as well, removing both the gyrocopter, the warlock, and the centaur. And so look, Mongolia got for the Bat Rider first off the bat here, with the Team SA looking like they're locking into the Shadow Fiend. And well, the Bat Rider is one of those options that you can use to lock on, drag back that Shadow Fiend, prevent him from popping the Requiem. Zero, yeah, there's Dota. Well, Dota is the grandfather of all MOBAs. So yes, although we mainly focus on, in terms of MOBAs, Mobile Legends, well, as you can see, the Dota is up and running. Team SA up against Mongolia in the GEG. Brought to you here by the MSSA, who've gotten our South African team across to India, which is why the stream is so early in the morning in terms of why we're playing at this particular stage, right? it's going to be a hotly contested second game. So if you haven't seen the first one, if you're just tuning in now, the first matchup was a back and front affair, as we saw Team SA very, very, very dominant in the early to mid game stages. And then all of a sudden, the combo play from the side of Mongolia came to the forefront. And it looks like once more, Team SA wanna go for this pick-off style, whereas Mongolia love their team fight potentials. Just from the two heroes that you can see picked up, Bat Rider and Tiny. So you've got big spells to sort of initiate into those fights. I mean, Bat Rider obviously is a little bit more of the pick-off style. Beastmaster into the mix, so that's going to create huge split or push potential here for the side of Mongolia. How are Team SA going to respond to this? They've banned out Mars, they've banned out the Wind Ranger. Mongolia taking out Ravage from the equation by getting rid of the Tidehunter, and Silencer into the mix. So this is going to make the drafting for the next part for Team SA a little bit on the rough side, right? Because you're going to have to pick a solid hero that can deal with this, the global silence that's going to be coming out right now from that. The silencer is, it's again all these team fight orientated heroes into the mix. You've got Bat Rider, you've got the Avalanche coming through from Tiny, the Primal Roar from Beastmaster, and the Global Silence from Silencer. They're all just going to be setting up or stacking one on top of the other. In terms of the way Mongolia is probably going to be setting up for this team fight, when we hit that mid to late game style, is they're going to use the silencer as a trigger, and you can see their drafting strategy, right? Very much like, or very similar to the last game, right? Where they're probably going to have Beastmaster, Tiny, and Bat Rider move as a trio and push. So they've got massive push potential from Beastmaster, and at the same time, they're probably gonna be allowing Silencer to split push like him on his own, just like they did with the Razor, because like, he's gonna pop that global ultimate, and then that's the trigger. So they're just gonna be on comms like LC, and then the next thing you know, that trio will turn into a very, very deadly trio. But SA going with high mobility here, deciding to go with the Ember Spirit on the for the mid lane pick. This time round, right? I mean, Team SA had such a strong early game. If they can continue this and translate it into their ability to take those racks, because that's really what it came down to. SA had, I think, about a 15k gold lead at one stage, and if they could have just achieved a couple of racks at that moment in time, they could have switched across to a victory. But here's rooting for the boys. We know how strong they are. We know what they can do and bring to the table, right? As the final few bans come out here, it's Clockwork and the Viper being taken out of the equation. So Viper, a very, very, very solid ban coming through from Team SA. He's gonna provide that the extra bit of damage. I mean, the Viper without those slows is very difficult to lane against as well. Once he gets his items up and running, and he doesn't have a overly late game power spike. He just needs a couple of items to be into the mix, and so we're heading into the final pick here for the side of Team SA. And they go for the Nyx Assassin. Interestingly enough, so that's Nyx is just there to deal with the silencer, right? He's gonna be trying to sneak into the backline and just land that stun, get that ulti off onto the silencer, just probably burst him down before he can pop that global silence. Final pick coming through here for the side of Mongolia. taking their time in terms of the decision that they need to make right now. They've got their 2 supports, right? They're just going to be looking for another carry. What will they think into this lineup? They've got a decent amount of lockdown to deal with the Ember. Oh, they go for a mix between tanky and damage with the Dragon Knight. And so once more, big push potential coming through here from the side of Mongolia. But if South Africa starts off the way that we know they can start off, with that very strong early performance, very strong rotations, lovely warding going on from the supports from SA, they could try to snowball this nice and early, but we're going to be heading into the countdown, into the match, and let's see how the second game turns out. SA up against Mongolia in this best of 3. Mongolia already drawing first blood in this matchup. Hopefully we're going to get to see SA pull one back and take us into a third game. So into the game we go. It is Mongolia on the Radiant side. Shadow Demon is a wonderful disruptor to be used into the mix here, as we were watching both teams get themselves ready and set.
Prepare for battle.
Talentless.
So once more, Team SA going for the smoke play, right? They love these early aggressive game strategies. It did pick them up first blood in the first match. Nick's providing that bit of movement. He's gonna have the Impale up and running, so they've got all the disable skills that they need as SA with this smoke play and the wraparound. Meanwhile, we are watching Mongolia just stick towards the mid lane. Now they've gone for the smoke play themselves.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Will you come mid and hold hands with me?
SA putting pressure in here. Oh, the nice scout out here using the boars there from Beastmaster. And so they know where Team SA is. Beautiful micro coming in there from Beastmaster as we're heading into with the vision being provided, a deep ward coming through here from Team SA. They know that Beastmaster is scouting them out with those boars. Nick's just trying to get the camp out here in here once more. Very aggressive warding from SA very early on. As we will be heading now into the laning phase. Both teams allowing the minion waves to just, or the creep waves to just push through freely on their own. Where we get to see the creep blocks starting in now. No, it does not look like it. So wave equilibrium just being allowed to be achieved. Okay, there's Team SA. Slaughter with an almost perfect block. It's just the one creep that managed to escape his attentions. But Slaughter, he's oh, the stun comes through from the Dragon Knight. Slaughter managing to disengage the Impale coming through just to make sure that he's safe for the most part. As Dragon Knight just eats up a tree. Slaughter has that mobility. Oh, that's a little bit laggy on our side as well. But this stun's coming through from the Dragon Knight just in time, just to secure all the denies that he possibly can. Oh, but meanwhile, the first blood just occurring on the top lane. As this is not what you want. A Shadow Fiend coming online. Or being denied farm and not being able to come online early enough. Shadow Fiend, Shadow Demon back into the mix here. Does have the disruption set. It's just causing a little bit of chaos. Just to try to force Batrider to use some of those utilities, though. I mean, Batrider picking up the magic wand very early. I mean, that's what you want to do up against the Shadow Fiend. Because, I mean, Shadow Fiend is one of those spell spammers. So picking up the magic wand early is always vital. As Ember with the sleight of hand into the mix. But Beastmaster is just hacking down here. The boss with that poison slow. Just causing a lot of poke damage onto Ember. But he's got that... flame guard there to try to sustain through all of this, but oh, there's going to be the Quelling Blades coming out from Beastmaster. Just managed to get the double stack onto it. Ember eating up a tree, but those Quelling Blades, this one just slightly off the mark. The flame guard is in there. Sleight of hand comes through from Ember, but he's being pressured underneath the turret. Does have the Fairy Fire if he needs to use that. Has got also 8 stacks on the magic stick. And so potential here to maybe get a bit of a bait out. The bottle is up here for Beastmaster. And he's going to secure that ruin. As we just focus on this mid lane battle. As Beast is just continuing the pressure here onto Ember. Who's trying to pull the creeps towards himself. Meanwhile, it's another kill. As... Shadow Demon is not having the nicest of times here on this lane up against the Batrider. Tiny combination. They managed to get the lock onto Tiny. Now can they get something done? And finally they get a pick up a kill in response. Team SA. And it's going to be there and the bot lane as well. So silence is being taken out as Team SA. Not having the strongest of starts like they had the previous games. So Batrider just throwing out a bit of poke here onto the Shadow Demon. Oh, the knockback is in there, but Shadow Demon uses the banish to try to stay safe as Batrider himself has to start kiting his way around to be a little bit safe. Oh, but lovely play here in the mid lane. As for the most part, Beastmaster is just piling the pressure here onto Ember Spirit. Nyx does have the Carapace available for that extra degree of stun, but he's really only going to come to the forefront once he hits that level 6 power spike and he can start setting up with those initiations. So the change does come out here. Beastmaster is already on level 5, right? So he's getting very close towards that primal roar, and so big level advantage here as Ember is just being zoned away from everything. But Beast, however, he's just allowing the lanes to push in. Ember is like, okay, let me wait for this opportunity to land on the slider first. As Beast is zoning, he's playing the piling pressure on here. He's close to that level 6 power spike. He's engaging very aggressively. It's going to be the stun comes out. Shadow Demon is in there. The disruption is available. Are they going to go in for the full combination? As the sleight of hand does come out, but Beastmaster just chunks through all of that. Takes the kill, gets taken down himself, but I would be not unhappy with the exchange so far.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane here, it's Dragon Knight already with the braces and treads up and running. He's gonna be super tanky to deal with, having a strong laning phase here up against the Slaughter. He's timing these stuns to perfection, using it there just to last hit and deny very effectively. Beastmaster now has that primal roar up and running, so Oh my goodness, what is going on here in the top lane? As a Bat Rider already on a killing spree. It's still level 4 though, but this combination of Bat Rider and Tiny is proving to be way too much crowd control for Team SA to handle. Now the engagement in Slaughter taking quite a bit of damage here. Dragon Knight not quite level 6 yet. Is close to that level 6 power spike though. Just needs a couple of minions to get that. And then he's gonna have the Elder Dragon form. Yeah, he pops it immediately. But it's going to be the Impale from Nyx that just sort of keeps him at bay as he was going in for the full engage onto Slaughter. But it's like, where we look right now, pressure being placed pretty much everywhere. The Elder Dragon form, well, first level or first phase only here, as Dragon Knight is just trying to chunk up as much gold as he can. It's going to be the fortification glyph coming through here as Silencer makes the rotation across, gets the curse off, the silence as well. Slaughter is gonna have to disengage, but look at this Dragon Knight, he's chunking through everything. As they've taken down this tier 1 turret in the 7-minute mark, almost a half health. It's going to be Nyx just trying to get the pull off here. We do have Shadow Demon for potential disruption, but I mean, look at this from the Dragon Knight. He's eating through everything, almost manages to take down a full tier 1 turret at this stage in the game. The disruption did come out here onto the Silencer, but it's looking a little bit iffy here. Oh, now there's a Primal Roar here in the mid lane. The locker is onto Ember, but he does have the remnants to try to get away, and safety there for the Ember as he does manage to disengage. And at the same time, right, I mean, with the Beastmaster, this push potential here from the side of Mongolia is proving to be a little bit too hot to handle right now for Team SA. They're gonna have to regroup, re-strategize, and see what they can do to come back. A lot of what they need to do is farm onto the getting farm onto that Shadow Fiend, who made the rotation across. Did get a skill set up, but the turnaround here, Bat Rider teleporting back in here, wants to get the lock in onto the Shadow Fiend. But oh my goodness, this Beastmaster is just dominating here in the mid lane. It's like warding, no warding. He's just on a absolute roll right now. As you can see, he's picked up the treads already. He's got the bottle. No charges on his magic wand at this moment in time. But building up a solid 4k gold leaders, Mongolia at this stage. TP is coming across as they're trying to chase down this Bat Rider, who is dishing out quite a bit of damage, has the mobility, but the sleight of hand is in there to try and secure the kill. The change did come out, but Slaughter is going to pay the price for this as well, as the counter rotation comes through from Dragon Knight, who's popped that ultimate. The glyph has been used by Team SA, but this should be another tier 2 turret, tier 1 turret being taken down here from Mongolia. Now the chase is on. There's the avalanche with the toss. Sleight of hand coming out here just to save the Ember Spirit, as it's Nyx into the backline and managed to get the skill off. And that's going to be the disruption, as Dragon Knight, he's quite tanky, but there's just enough control from the side of Team SA to manage to get those pickoffs. And so with that, they're keeping themselves sort of into the equation. But my word, between this Bat Rider and Beastmaster, they are, I mean, if you just take a look at the charts right now, you can see the gold lead heavily in onto these two heroes. The Beastmaster, ancient farming. Oh, there's the Primal Rock. Does he manage to get this? He takes Sakuria. Man, oh, what a play from Beastmaster. I mean, he's just ancient creeps. At the same time, he managed to secure the courier and a kill all at once. This guy is on a roll. Nice timing as well, as he's just provides himself with a certain degree of vision, knowing that he can potentially get this double. He's just like a brilliant micro from Beastmaster now. He's just on a snowballing roll right at this particular moment in time. Once again, making the movements to place pressure here into the mid lane. He's got Silencer close by, who just has built the arcane boots, so moving around the map just to provide that little bit of cover. But nice pick off here from Team SA. They decide to move as a four-man unit. They pick off a double, right? And they know this is the only way for them right now to get back into the game. They switch to this 4-1 strategy. It's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with the push potential. So you're gonna, if you're using this, it's just to try to get as much farm as you possibly can. But as you can see, right, it's pressure being placed all across the map, because Mongolia, they've got mad push potential, especially with the Beastmaster around. The same can be said with Dragon Knight, and so as you can see, it's just pressure onto pressure being piled on here by oh, there's the global silence coming out here as Beastmaster is trying to get onto Ember Spirit. The silence timing, they're on point. No ability to pop those Requiems to escape. And the gold lead building up to about 7k for Mongolia. Oh, Shadow Demon being used as bait here. Will we see the Requiem come out? There's the Requiem from Shadow Fiend. Do they have enough damage to finally shut down this a Beastmaster? So it's all that shutdown gold coming through here. It was a lovely bait there from Shadow Demon. Now the chase is on. Impale comes out from Nyx Assassin. Slaughter, he's finally got the power treads and braces, right? And he's got the soul ring as well. But it didn't have the nicest of laning phases. So Team SA, could they be going for the wraparound play here? They want to try to get in onto Dragon Master, but meanwhile, there's the avalanche into the toss up here into the backline as the disruption comes through there just in time to save the Shadow Fiend. Team SA managed to turn this around, picking off the Tiny. The chase is on here as they want to get onto they do spot out where Silencer and Tiny is, and they manage to secure quite a big kill onto the Bat Rider. Oh, but there's Dragon Knight. He goes in with a big stun. Now it's going to be the Primal Raw into the backline as Mongolia, knowing no skills are available, with the curse onto a Shadow Demon. That's going to be a quick double kill the way of Mongolia. And with this, they have the opportunity to get a push going. Are they going to go for this chase? They're deciding to go for a TP, and they managed to take out Slaughter there as he was rotating across towards the mid lane side. Bat Rider back up and running into the mix. So Bat Rider have already picked up the Boots of Bearing, so he's gonna have that sustainability. So he's going for the full sustained composition. We've seen them draft this way even into the first game. This is looking like a very tasty stack here. Dragon Knight on his way to deal with that stack. Meanwhile, it's Silencer who's popping that ultimate just to try to get things set up as they take down Ember Spirit once more here in the mid lane. Bat Rider this time will get caught out though, however, as Shadow Fiend secures a kill. Meanwhile, Mongolia just keep picking up pickoffs left, right, and center. Shadow Fiend is gonna have to hightail it out from here, because this is not the safest of places to be. There's a bit of lack of vision, simply because the rotation and push strategy from the side of Mongolia is difficult to deal with. Now the setup is in here. They're going in. Oh, once more back into the pause meta. So we can take a look very quickly, right? The setup is in here for the side of Mongolia. They don't exactly have the high ground. It's Team SA with the high ground right now, but they've got the positioning just right. As you can see, the teams like where everyone is positioned. They want to try to make this high ground play. Do they have the vision? Well, they did have the vision with they've got an observer ward here, so they can see where Shadow Fiend is. And so it's a question of how are they gonna decide to approach this, because high ground to try to go in for that high ground play is a little bit on the difficult side. But Team SA, they've got the disruption skills available, though Vendetta not available for the Nyx at this moment in time. The same with the demonic purge. It's going to be a couple of seconds now. The high ground play comes through here. The lock is on onto Shadow Fiend. He's going to have to pop the Requiem, but it gets cancelled out by Bat Rider. Now the hunt is on. Primal Rot with a toss back in there. Disruption coming out from Shadow Demon there, just to try to stay alive, but that's not going to be enough, as it's Mongolia on fire right now. What are Team SA gonna do to bring this back? Nice Vendetta into a Dagon from the Nyx as he gets a pickup into the backline. Onto the Beastmaster with a stun coming through here. Carapace being used, but the avalanche is there from Tiny just to secure that kill. And I mean this... Oh, he's already got the armlet. I was wondering why his attack speed has been so crazy on that Dragon Knight. So Dragon Knight already picking up the armlet there, and so this is going to be difficult. There's going to be the curse coming through here. Silence onto Slada. Oh, but nice disruption coming through as they get the stun off onto the silencer with a Slider Fist coming through from Ember Spirit as they secure a kill. Manage to get rid of those observer wards in the mid lane, but there's the Tiny with the avalanche toss-up combination. Oh, but Beastmaster back into the mix once more, securing even more kills with Bat Rider close by. Now the wraparound, lovely Vendetta coming through, but it's onto the Bat Rider who tried to tank through it, but he gets caught out. Oh, but nice stun coming in from Ember Spirit, and it's going to be the Mask of Madness popped here from Shadow Fiend, who secures the kill. Oh, but Slada taken out once more between this Dragon Knight and the Beastmaster combination. The Primal Roar just securing that kill. Oh, look at this from Beastmaster. He's like, this is the opportunity. They've got 2 dead, and between him and the Dragon Knight, they can actually secure this Roshan. So they're going for a very, very early, very quick Roshan here. Silencer is there just to provide that little bit of extra protection. And Beastmaster taking the Aegis. And so he's going to be that frontline push. They need to make full use of this Aegis and potentially this Bat Rider and his pickoffs has been just absolutely on point. Oh, but the global silence baited out by the illusion. So that's going to be oh, not the global silence, it was just the arcane curse. I thought it was the global silence from the song that I heard. I was like, oh my goodness, did that get baited out from the illusion? So once more, it's connection problems on the Radiant side with the Dragon Knight DCing. It's been him twice this game, so I wonder what the issue is when it comes to the setup in there, but just taking a look at the items so far. Silencer picking up the Solar Crest. Dragon Knight's got the Blink Dagger, Mask of Madness, and the Armlet already as a combination, so he's well on his way to being a complete set. Tranquil Boots. Well, the major item is the Blink Dagger here on the Tiny. Bat Rider, he's going to be trying to build some magic defense, right? Beastmaster picking up rushing the eggs early. He's got the Blink Dagger as well. And he's been using that to hunt down everybody. There's the teleport coming through here, and it's Shadow Fiend has just managed to make it to teleport back to a bit of safety. But look at this tankiness from the Dragon Orb, and the Carapace comes through with the Impale and the Vendetta. Full follow-up from Team SA. I mean, you're gonna have to do that if you're up against a Dragon Knight. That Dragon Knight's tanky. So Team SA, they're slowly but surely trying to get a claw back. They're Tiny. He's going to get caught out by the Impale. He does throw the Avalanche just to try to get himself to a certain degree of safety, but there's the Banishes in there. Slaughter comes through with the Slytherin Crush just to make sure that they secure the kill as Team SA trying to get something pushed in here. The Glyph being popped though for a tier 1 from the side of Mongolia. They don't want to let anything go at this moment in time. They just are like, straight out, this is what we're going to be dealing with. So it's the attack speed build being built in here by Shadow Fiend. Now the Primal Rot. They know there's no teleport available for the Shadow Fiend, right? He tries to try to pop that Violet Requiem, but nothing being done. Oh, now the chase is on. Beautiful stun coming through. Finally, they get rid of that Nex, who's been causing so much chaos for the side of team, or on behalf of Team SA. Meanwhile, Ember, knowing that there's going to be no Glyph available, can take down this mid lane turret just to sort of alleviate a lot of the map pressure that has been placed. Throws out the Slider first, has the Remnants to escape if needs be. Needs a wagon to come through though, just to help him. Sticking around for quite a bit of time here. Meanwhile, the chase is on here into the jungle, as they allowed Ember Spirit to just take as much as he could from this side. So he's built up the Spirit Vessel, right, just to try to sustain through all of this. He's gonna slowly but surely be coming online the longer this game goes on here. There's gonna be the Avalanche onto catching onto 2, but the Impale comes through. The Global Silence is in there as Yules onto the Ember. The chase is on. Slider first does come out here. Tiny's gonna get locked out. The Slytherin Crush is in there just to secure that setup. Meanwhile, I mean, Mongolia, they wouldn't even be too stressed about those pickoffs just yet. I mean, they wouldn't say that it's the best thing in the world, but they won't be too stressed, because I mean, they've got the split push style of gameplay. And yeah, Killer Pluto is we're living in the pause meta. And so we've got the split push style of play coming through from Mongolia. And I mean, you just look at that. Beastmaster is just taking turret after turret. Almost taking down a tier 2 turret at this, like the 22-minute mark of the game. And the same thing can be said with the Dragon Knight. We're going to start seeing them probably go into maybe a 3-2 split. Mongolia to fully make use of this push style of play that they have, because it's so difficult to deal with. It's just going to keep you constantly having pressure in here. It places a lot of pressure onto Nyx in order to give that certain degree of vision. Nyx did rush the Dagon, right, so you can get those pickups into the backline, but it's all going to be about target priority right now. The target priority is not even the carries at this moment in time. It's going to be the Silencer. You have to get him out of the equation. The Global Silence is really messing up what a lot of SA can bring to the table. So that's going to be your target. Because Once that Global Silence goes in, with the damage output from between the Bat Rider, Dragon Knight, and Beastmaster, it's just too hot to handle, especially with like a 13k gold lead in the favor of Mongolia. So if Nyx can get onto the silencer, but he's been playing so safe for the most part. Just out of the way of everybody. The conceal play has come through, so we've got smoke coming in from Slada and Nyx. Because Team SA have this team fight potential. It's just that the global silence is causing this team fight potential to not be that effective. They're trying to chase down. There's the blink play into the Slytherin crash. Now the engagement onto the Dragon Knight they popped him out. There is going to be, oh my goodness, it's the follow-up play in here. BKB out from this Beastmaster. He really is a master at this moment in time. The chase is on. Does he get the Ember Spirit? Sleight of hand does come through. He does secure a kill, but it's a triple kill for this Beastmaster. He's on the hunt. He's going to try and chase it down. A tier 2 turret in here. Nyx is quite low. Has to recall and heal back up here. Team SA does have the glyph available. Beastmaster, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stand here and tank this. I've got the Aegis, I've got everything that I need. Is he gonna go for a full-on Rax? Was that glyph a little bit too early? It's going to be a Nyx left alive to defend, but no, the team is going to be excuse me, alive in time to mount this defense. Oh, the Primal Raw catch out once more onto Rassilard. Oh my goodness, this Beastmaster is next level on point. They've got so much of cancels for the Requiem of Souls that Shadow Fiend is not even being allowed to get this off here. He has picked up the Shadow Blade, right? Just to try to get into the backline to do that before maybe the silence goes off. Because at this moment in time, this silencer is the one that is really getting everything set up. Now the constriction game begins as Mongolia. It's the dragon form coming out from Dragon Knight here. So are they going to try to push onto the high ground? Beastmaster is not close by, so I don't think they're going to really want to do that just yet. The chase is on here. Shadow Fiend just providing that certain degree of vision. Staying safe for the most part. Gets the disruption off and is going to try to disengage. Meanwhile, Observer Ward has... Oh, nice pick away from the Grassroots. As it's going to be the Requiem of Souls into the backline. Avalanche with the toss-up coming through from Tiny. It's going to be a 1-for-nothing exchange. And that's onto the Bat Riders, the Team SA. Using that Shadow Blade from Shadow Fiend to full effect. Because it just could not get that off. You've got so much of disruption abilities coming through from the side of... Mongolia. You've got the Avalanche, you got the Toss, you've got the Global Silence. And speaking of the Avalanche and Toss, there's the combination coming through here. Cyclops does come out. The Primal Raw. BKB has been popped by Beastmaster as he manages to secure another kill. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit into the backline. He's trying to get something set up. Cyclops used to dodge Remnants as they escape, but he comes back into the mix and the Primal Raw is there once more. The chase is on. Demon Hunter or Shadow Hunter is in a lot of danger. There's the Yules coming out from the Ember on time. Can he get the set? Oh, it was just a split-second timing. It was an ultra kill going the way of Beastmaster. Almost a rampage. It was just the one kill that was secured by, our team. But with this now, it could be a potential Rax coming through here. But Mongolia just deciding not to continue with the push in there. I thought with the Dragon Knight, especially in his dragon form, I thought he was going to go for that full-on play there. To try and get a bit of Rax, because it was only a couple of members from Team SA left to defend. But Mongolia opting to play it a little bit more patient, a little bit more safe. They do have a 19k gold lead right now. This is... It's a lot. It's a mountain of gold. Ember with the Kaya and the Yules. That Yules he used to great effect. You know, hit that self Yules. Almost managing to secure the kill onto Beastmaster. But Beastmaster is just so fed right now. It was a good shutdown kill. But, I mean, as things stand, it's looking dire for the dire.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Beastmaster just keeping a lockdown in this particular region, right? He knows he's got his teammates close by. Meanwhile, Team SA sends the opportunity to go for a bit of a smoke play here, but they don't manage to catch anybody out yet. Nyx is just activating the Shrine of Ruin, gets that little bit of bonus XP going his way. Meanwhile, Beastmaster just farming ancient camps.
Tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, are they going to go for the play across? Right? So they have smoked up here, have Mongolia. They are going for the play across. They sense that Team SA are somewhere in this vicinity. They do have the wards to see more or less where they are. Nyx has managed to disengage here, but they're going for the Roshan now. Slada would have heard the sounds and he's going to go for the scouter. Nyx is in there as well. Can Team SA even get close to contesting this? I don't really think so. It's going to be difficult to try to deal with this, and there's going to be another pickup here on the high ground by the side of Mongolia. And so that's going to be Aegis once more into the Beastmaster. It looks like he's already built Yasha. And so we know what he's going to be heading towards to try to complete. And here's potential to go in for this mid lane Rax here, as Nyx is trying to get some amount of defense going. The Force Staff, or at least the Blink away, or the Force Staff away. It's going to be the BKB coming out here, as the Glyph is into the mix as well, as Team SA just mounting a defense, trying to keep that mid lane turret up and running. The Glyphs are through here. There's a Slider Fist into the backline. As once more, oh, that global silence. Just too much on point, as the Dragon Knight does manage to disengage. But once more, the damage being dished out from this Beastmaster goes in with a Primal Roar. It's going to be one. It's going to be two. Oh, but the Remnant from Ember Spirit, when he still gets taken down, in the end, it's going to be the Aegis that has been popped. The chase is on. It's going to be a full team wipe. Would a buyback in through from Slada. He's going to try to defend this here, but it's going to be too difficult for just a Slada on his own. He doesn't want to have a dive out. He's actually had a dive back. They managed to take him down a second time. This could be a rush play. Can they go for this? They've got everything. They're going straight for the throne. They know the Glyphs is still available. They need to get something done. Batrider is in the mix here into the front line. Pops the Manta style, and so they've got the illusions. They know that they can actually end this. There's no buybacks on a lot of the SA heroes. Can they get close to even defending this? The lock is on onto the throne, and this should be GG's. They are trying to get some sort of defense. There's the Primal Roar with the flicker coming through, as it's going to be pressure piled onto pressure. The throne is locked on, and it's going to. Oh, this is so close. Yes, it's just a sliver of health left on this throne, as it's going to be a buyback, another dieback, and finally the game is done. It's Mongolia taking this 2-0 and moving through to the top 4 of the GEG. So well played to both teams. Mongolia just proving to be too hot to handle for Team SA in the second match. But I mean, the first match, SA should be very proud of what they did in the early part of the game. Just couldn't get that foot over the finish line, but I'm sure the boys will look back at the footage, review what was going on. They'll come up with their strategies, and we will see them in the next tournament, bigger, better, and stronger. But with that being said, let's just get into the data real quickly. It's been a fairly long stream. Well, actually, more because of the pauses than the stream itself. This was a pretty quick game, or reasonably quick game. It was about 31 minutes. So, well, once again, well played to both teams. Congratulations to Mongolia making their way through to the next round, and we look forward to see how they do in the top 4 of the GEG competition. A big shout out to MSSA for all this hard work they do, making sure that South African esports is growing steadily. As I saw a couple of comments in the live chat to know, and I can see the Mongolian players like, who is next? Well, we're getting to see. You'll see who is next in the next round of the competition. To ask if there's any stream for the Turkish-Argentina game, I don't think so, but I could be mistaken. But well, sadly for the South African side of things, we're gonna have to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for tuning in to watch. It's a pleasure as always to cast for you. This is Waylander here from Waylander Gaming. Have a wonderful Saturday and a weekend ahead. Thank you all for watching.